This is Chapter 5 lecture looking at the marketing mix and marketing plan. So first we're going to look at the marketing mix, which includes the product, price, place, and promotion, which y'all will be doing for one of your assignments. A product is something that exists in nature or is made by human industry, usually to be sold. A service, which would fall under a product, is intangible, and it's work, skills, or expertise provided in exchange for a fee. So think of when you have a plumber, they have the skills to fix your plumbing, and they charge a fee for doing that. Your product is going to be defined by its physical attributes such as size and color, and its performance characteristics such as durability, quality, and its pricing, branding, and delivery. And your product or service should meet or create a customer need. Next is price. And you want to price, when looking at price, the product needs to be priced low enough so customers will buy and high enough to make a profit. If you are marketing yourself as high-end luxury, you can't have a low price. But you also can't have so low a price that you're not making enough profit. Next is your place, which is the location where you have a physical store or your online or mobile store or food truck, and it must be where customers will want or need to shop. It needs to be close to where your main customer base lives, or it needs to be a shopping center that they already go to for other stores and that is visited by your customer base regularly. And the book also comes up with promotion, and this is the development of the popularity and sales of a product or service through advertising. And publicity or other promotional devices such as coupons and giveaways fall into this promotion category. And publicity is free advertising, like being mentioned in the paper or online for an event you're hosting. And with the marketing mix, it's having the right product at the right place at the right price with the right promotion. So promotion is our fourth P. And the key to building a successful brand is to focus tightly on your primary benefit that you want customers to associate with your business. And even the book talks about even entertainers can become a brand, such as Oprah Winfrey and all the products she has, even like her food products. Also, the book talks about the Ford Motor Company and how they focused on a very specific target market towards the Mustang, and it was very successful. And then it also talks about another car that I'd never even heard of that they came up with that failed because it wasn't a tight enough market. So those are two different things you can look at in the book too, to help you kind of understand the focus of your brand. So looking at how to build your brand. You want to choose a business name that's easy to remember, that somehow describes your business and helps establish mind share. So think about anytime you see a check or a swoosh, you think of Nike. You also want to create a logo that symbolizes your business to the customer. And you want to make sure you trademark that logo. So think of the golden arches for McDonald's. Anytime you see that, you associate it with McDonald's. You also want to develop a good reputation. You want to make sure that your product or service is the quality you promise, and you always treat your customers well. In JCPenney, their thing was that the customer was always right. So no matter what people brought back, even if it was old and ratty, they would still return it. You also want to create a brand personality. And this is the brand personality reinforces your name and logo. So example would be like Gap. Their brand personality is youthful and casual, while Volvo would be safe and serious. So you want it to reinforce that name and logo with your brand personality. And then you need to communicate your brand personality to your target market. And then you have to determine what type of advertising best reaches your target market. Is it blogs, Google AdWords, Instagram? Is it a magazine? What's the best way to reach them? So next we're going to look at 7 things to build and maintain your brand and its reputation. And you need a good reputation so people will have confidence in your product and service. And 7 things that you can do to build a strong reputation are to provide a high quality product or service. You need to maintain high ethical standards. You need to make sure that your product or service is clearly defined and focused, so it's easy for the customer to know exactly what you offer. You need to treat your employees well, because they'll in turn treat your customers well. You need to make all your advertisements positive and informative. It's great to associate your company with a charity. People are always more likely to associate with a company or do business with them if they give back. And you also need to become actively involved in the community and show that you are giving back and supporting your community. And it's easier for local businesses to be involved in the community than a big corporation, so that's one thing that can be to your advantage. So looking at price, what does your price say about your product and service? As you define your marketing strategy, which includes your marketing mix, your competitive advantage, and your target market, your pricing strategy should emerge. So, for example, a mass market product that is not super unique or exclusive will need to be priced at a lower level than an exclusive high-end product. So you want to read through these different pricing strategies to determine which one is best for where your product is in the product life cycle, and if your product is exclusive or high-end, or not exclusive or not high-end. So you need to read through these different pricing strategies, because you're also going to need to choose one. I think it's for your Chapter 5 assignment. You'll need to choose your pricing strategy that you're going to use for your products. Now we're going to look at location, and when you're looking at a location, the type of business will determine where the business is located. So retail businesses' location is key to attracting customers, and the store needs to be where your target market lives or shops. And this is determined by doing consumer and market analysis research. However, online retail businesses do not have a physical location. So the key for online businesses is to get your customer to your site and induce them to buy. And this is done by marketing your site. So for you, marketing your site is more important and having a great site, because you don't have a physical location. And then wholesale businesses, they deal with needing to have large storage space and access to airports or railroads, or being near the businesses they sell to. So not the actual final customer, because that's not who they deal with. So an example would be when I worked in product development for JCPenney, any national brands that sold to Penny's, they had a rep and a location in Dallas, so they could deal directly with us and be right there 24/7 to help out whatever we needed with. And the key factors in deciding on a location are dependent upon the nature of the business and your customers. Also, depending on what type of company you start and what work or service you do, you could do all your work online and never have to ever have a storefront. Kind of like a graphic designer could do all of their work online for other people and never actually have to have a storefront. And as the slide shows, some of the key factors to look at in deciding upon your locations, like we said, access to customers, access to suppliers. Climate and geography would be, if you're having to do something where you're growing something, would be really important. Convenience, cost is a big thing. Maybe you don't need to be in the newest facility in town if you're just starting out. Demographics. So you want to have your demographics in the area of where you open your store. Also, you want to look at when you're picking what city to open your store, and you want to look at the economic conditions. If they're not great in that city, then maybe that's not the place for you, especially if you're doing a luxury item. You also want to look at government regulations and laws. So if there's any tax regulations or land regulations on businesses, those are things to look at when deciding where to open your store or to build a store. You also want to look at your labor pool. Because if you need someone who's educated to be an employee, then you need to make sure that that you have that labor pool available to you for that. Or say you need people that work customer service, but are you in an area that actually has people that do that low level of a job, or are you where most people are very highly educated and wouldn't even do a customer service job? And then also you want to look at your proximity to your competitors and then your visibility. That's another thing. If you're a retail storefront, you've got to be visible. If you can't be seen and people have to search to find you, that's not good. Now we're going to look at promotion. And promotion looks at advertising and publicity. And promotion is using advertising that is paid for and publicity that is free to get your marketing message out to your customers. So advertising would be billboards, TV ads, magazine ads, social media ads. Publicity is free. So those would be mentions when other people mention you on social media, when you're mentioned in articles or stories on TV or in the newspaper. So advertising aids the marketing effort by creating brand awareness and reinforcing the purchase decision. And some successful advertising objectives are building your brand and image, providing information through your advertising, persuading your customer, stimulating action, so making them to actually go buy the product, and reinforcing the purchasing decision. And different types of advertising. There's institutional advertising, and this provides information about the company rather than a specific product and is intended to create awareness and enhance the image. While product advertising is to create awareness, interest, purchase behavior, and post-purchase satisfaction for a specific product or service. And media planning and buying that focuses on your customer. This is where you need to know who your customer is and what is their lifestyle in order to know how to reach them with advertising and their media habits. So what are they reading? What are they viewing? What are they listening to? When are they on social media? Those are all important things on planning and determining your advertising plan. And then also your marketing material should reinforce your competitive advantage, which is your marketing vision and should include your name and your logo and your slogan. Next, looking at sales promotion solutions. Sales promotions, they reward, would be like reward purchases or discounts, such as incentive programs. So whenever you go in and they give you the little card that says, hey, do you want to sign up for our incentive program? And after you buy 7 Bahama Bucks, then you get one free. That's an example of a sales promotion. Also, you have giveaways or advertising specialties. Such giveaways would be whenever businesses give away pens or cups or whatever that has their logo on them. And those are your advertising specialties. Trade show exhibits, those are mainly for business-to-business sales. So think of the National Restaurant Association show or the Magic Retail Show in Vegas. So those are more for your wholesalers that are trying to sell to actual retailers. Some trade show exhibits, though, that are more not on the business-to-business side can be Bridal shows, home and garden expos. Those are ones where a lot of times service companies are offering their products, and they may not have a storefront. And last is mall carts or kiosk, or I would even put in that one, you could even put in kind of your food trucks falling into that, where you could either have those during seasonal times, or a mall cart or kiosk could sell very like simple one item things like t-shirts or sunglasses. So that's another thing to think about. Does your product actually need a store, or could it be something that's more simple like that? Now we're going to look at other forms of marketing that are out there. So first is guerrilla marketing. It's inexpensive and unconventional marketing. Some things that kind of fall under guerrilla marketing are buzz marketing or word of mouth marketing is a form of marketing. It definitely should not be your only or main form of marketing. Another form of marketing can be product placement or brand entertainment. So this would be, and this is insanely expensive, but this would be when you're watching a movie and someone drinks a Coke and you actually see the Coke logo while they're drinking their drink. That would be product placement or brand entertainment. Lifestyle marketing, this is where you target people's lifestyles. So this would be if you say you knew that your consumer base was baby boomers, and baby boomers are known to all have a dog and spend a lot of money on their dog. So say your ad is for tennis shoes, well, you might have a picture of them walking their dog in these tennis shoes, but that still targets to them because their lifestyle is they all own a dog. And then looking at in-store marketing that you can do, for other forms of marketing, you can do samples or demonstrations. So everyone knows, like, think of Sam's Club. Samples. So samples are great, but they do sometimes convince you to buy something that you probably wouldn't have. Another one would be education and entertainment. So those would be in Sam's too. So say if someone's there selling vitamins or protein bars and they're explaining all the benefits that go along with them, that would be more of kind of a demonstration too, where they're talking about the product and telling you all the benefits of the product and educating you on the product. But then they usually have a sample of it too. Some other in-store marketing is point of purchase and shelf placement. And this is kind of like what y'all learned about category management. So as we all know, the items that are on the end cap sell better, or items that are placed on the middle of the shelf sell better. So those kind of things about shelf placement. Or items that are placed at checkout tend to sell well too. And those are more impulse buys. And some other media venues would be if you placed ads in movie theaters before the movie starts, on carryout menus, parking lot, when you put flyers in the parking lot or on campus. Those are other media venues. So now we're going to look at e-active marketing. And this is the combination of two major components of internet marketing, which is e-commerce and interactive marketing. And e-commerce is an online storefront or online selling of items. And then interactive marketing is collecting information from consumers online and then sharing it online. So an example of interactive marketing would be like the reviews on Amazon, which everyone loves the reviews on Amazon. And who doesn't go click on those before you buy a product if you're not for sure if you want it or not. Some other things that fall under the e-active marketing is online advertising, such as banner advertisements on websites, bloggers ads on their site, and pay-per-click like Google Ads, which we all kind of know about. Another thing is brand spiraling, and this is the integration of a company's conventional offline branding strategy with its internet strategy. And it uses conventional approaches to drive traffic to its online sites. So think about whenever you click on a site, or you click on a site and they ask for your email. Well, they're wanting to add you, and they'll give you like 10% off your first purchase. Well, they're wanting to get your email so then they can add you to their email list and send you multiple emails and try to get you coming back to their online store. Next are blogs, which are very popular in the fashion world. And they appear on the internet either weekly, daily, monthly, and are intended to like help educate the public. Also, we have online social and mobile networks, which we all know as like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, which are very popular with college age students. And then consumer-generated advertising. This is having customers post videos about your product. So think about on Instagram when they say, post a video about the product to win a prize, or tag your friends, or tag so many friends to win. Those kind of things are consumer-generated advertising. So you're getting the consumer to actually advertise the product for you. And then viral marketing is the process of promoting a brand, product, or service through an existing social network in which a message is passed from one individual to another. So viral marketing could be like if a video goes viral about a product, something like that would be a form of viral marketing. Next, we're going to look at publicity. And like I said before, it's free advertising about your company. So with publicity, you usually have like a pitch letter or a press release that you send out to media to post about your company. You send these out usually like if you're doing a charity event or an open house or something special. And some special events, like an example of a special event that you would want to try to have media promote would be like when car lots have where they give away a free car to whoever holds their hand on it the longest and they sit there for days, or a grand opening party. And then there's also sponsorships, and sponsorships is sponsoring a local team. So think about when you're in any of if you're either in the basketball arena or at the football stadium and you see all the different signage of different companies that support the teams. Also, sometimes they'll even when they have where someone shoots a basket at halftime and if they make it, they win $100 or $1,000. That's another form of sponsorship because usually that's like donated by Dr. Pepper or United or HEB or someone like that. Also, networking with other businesses and cross promotions can be a form of publicity. So think of cross promotions where you promote another company and they promote you. An example of kind of cross promotion within the wedding industry is doing fake weddings, and everyone's kind of cross promoted through those. Also, public speaking to organizations is another great way to build recognition. So if you can speak on something you specialize in, so say you specialize in, if you sell makeup, you could teach like how to do makeup. That would be something that you could specialize in and do speaking sessions on that. And the book also comes up with a fifth P to the marketing mix, and they call it philanthropy. And philanthropy is really popular right now, and it is a concern for human or social welfare expressed by a company by giving money through charities and foundations. So example, think of Tom's. Everyone knows Tom's gives back shoes to children that don't have shoes. That's a big one that everyone knows. So different forms of philanthropy are cause-related marketing. So this is promotional efforts inspired by commitment to a social, environmental, or political cause. Another is gaining goodwill, and goodwill is an intangible asset that is generated when a company does something that is positive, that has value. So some different ways to be philanthropic are to pledge a percentage of your profits to a nonprofit organization you've researched and believe and respect in. Your company can become a mentor to younger entrepreneurs. You can volunteer for an organization that helps with your community. You can sell your product to a charity that you support at a discount. And a lot of times there's things you can do that don't involve money, such as volunteering is a great one. So developing a marketing plan. The marketing plan is a section of your business plan that identifies the company's marketing strategy and presents a comprehensive statement of how it will secure customers and discusses products or services, price, promotion, and channels of distribution. There's a detailed description of the competition and the target market within your marketing plan. And the primary roles of the marketing plan include convincing skeptical investors that your plan has merit, using and disclosing market studies, identifying the target market for your organization, evaluating the competition, demonstrating the pricing strategy, and detailing the advertising plan. So we're going to kind of touch on each of these throughout some assignments that you'll be doing. And next is market analysis. And this is the analysis of the market, and it's the heart of the marketing plan, and it brings the various strategic and tactical components of your promotional efforts together into a single comprehensive section. So, like I said, we're going to do kind of what we call an industry analysis and look at your industry and kind of see where things are, and a consumer analysis that'll kind of fall under that marketing analysis. And here are the key terms for this chapter.